close my drawers. Hi guys, my YouTube channel, Panda on Panda. It's your favorite and God's favorite Panda. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe before we get into hot topics. I wanted to remind y'all, we haven't done hot topics in days, but we're just gonna breeze by them today because I promised to do a collaboration, a YouTube collaboration, and I don't want to. This live will be relatively pretty quick, um, probably 30 minutes, which is quick, but not that quick because at least we're doing more than half of what we usually do. Welcome back, Chris. Crispy Chris. Hi, Tony. How are you? Welcome back. Shout out to Spain. It is a 30-minute live because I was supposed to do a YouTube collaboration. I'm supposed to be doing like another gaming or anime review collaboration, and I completely forgot about that. And I was really supposed to go live 30 minutes ago, but I was moving very, very slow. So yeah, that's why we're in the predicament that we're in. But let's enjoy the time we have together right now. Let's get to hot topics. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I want to talk about. But I also have a list of things we could talk about. And for once, my computer is charging, so that is a benefit as well.
They over here hype about something I can't know about, so I feel like, let me just show y'all wings. You did good.
It doesn't matter as long as you're here. Period. Period. Yeah, Philip and Vinny were obviously raised by a pack of wild animals. Like, you could tell the men who just are in the that are part of the loneliness epidemic. No cap, because they come on YouTube randomly harassing women. Oh, look at her dress. A bitch can't dress like without y'all sexually assaulting her online. My God, the fuck. Okay, so let's get into these hot topics. There's a lot to talk about, and we've missed a couple of days with hot topics, so I just want to kind of swing into it. And yeah, Chris, is definitely giving loneliness epidemic. Every time I see a guy in my comments being overly disrespectful with his thirst, 9 times out of 10, they don't have a woman. They don't have a woman at home, haven't been on a date in forever, haven't seen a woman's boobs in forever, and that's why they acting like that. That's what it gives. It gives, I haven't gotten laid in eons. Okay, so let's get into hot topics. As my meal, and we got teriyaki soy. Okay, let's get into hot topics without the background noise because it's not like we can do music anymore. YouTube has totally played us with the, oh, you can't use copyrighted music. The fuck? What's wrong with having background noise? Like, it's just so stupid. But okay, let's get into it. Congratulations to Jordan Woods and Carl Anthony Towns. They officially got married. It gives a big wedding, but not like hundreds and hundreds of people. But it still gives a pretty big wedding. The pictures are nice. The dress is kind of boring for me, but I guess Jordan likes it, so if she likes it, I love it. It's not boring. It's just maybe I don't like it. Like, I don't know. I feel like, you know how when you be like, oh, this is her dress? I don't know. I can't really see how she was like, oh, this is my dress. But at the same time, you like what you like. And whatever makes you feel confident on that day is kind of what you have to go with. So I guess we'll go with that. All right, guys, let's get to Stephen A. Smith responding to National Association of Black Journalists, giving him the Thumbs Down Award. And on behalf of the National Association of Black Journalism and journalists and stuff like that, I agree. I agree. I agree. As someone who has been a radio host and has reported news, I agree. I 110% agree with the National Association of Black Journalists. Stephen A. Smith is a pill. I'm sick of him. I hate that he panders to the lowest common denominator. Yeah, I don't like him. But I will say that sometimes he do be accurate with certain things, but even a broken clock is right at least twice a day. So it's just like, or whatever they say about a broken clock. Like, yeah, sometimes he be on the money, but most times he does not. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, double tap the screen, support a girl, support your girl. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the heavyweight champ, Clarissa Shields, winning her match against Kay Scott. Now, Kay Scott is like said to be like up there though, like at least 10 years older than Clarissa Shields. And as I'm reading the comment sections, um, people are chalking up her age to why she lost. So they think Kay Scott was just a little bit too old for Clarissa Shields. But they weighed in around the same, so I don't know. And I didn't watch it because I believe it was on Zeus Network. I don't remember. But they're saying that she dog walked her. They're saying Clarissa dog walked Kay Scott. So yeah, that doesn't sound too good. Hi Travis, how are you? Um, yeah, they're saying Kay Scott was tired, was exhausted, was famished. Um, so okay, so they're saying that Kat is 42, but they're saying that Kay Scott is 42, but let me look up Kay Scott's age. Okay, she's 42. 42, 5'10", total fights, 7 fights. So, yeah. Hobbs put a shirt on. Y'all are funny. Yeah, so, yeah, don't F with Clarissa because she beat bitches. But no cap, if you're like 10 years younger or more, I would expect Clarissa to win because she got so much energy. Also, at Clarissa's fight, as she was walking in, Lotto apparently was the one singing her in. It was Lotto and I believe Johnny Blaze who was singing the national anthem, and Lotto was performing right before Clarissa Shields' big fight. Now, I don't know. I don't know about the choice. And I don't know if the choice just happened as Lotto and Clarissa were connecting over being side chicks to famous men, or being, the presumably side chicks and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if Clarissa Shields always had Lotto in the lineup to perform for her. Like, I feel like this was a link up that just happened and was natural because of what's his name? Clarence White or Charleston White? Charleston White. Charleston White had last week got online and rashed Lotto for being light skinned and saying that because Lotto's light skinned, she gets less heat than Clarissa Shields, which from a third person out of body, like third person observer and stuff like that, that is not true. I feel like Lotto and Clarissa both get torn to shreds. But I guess it must have caused some type of alliance and stuff like that. Charleston White is alliancing people. Charleston White is bringing the neighborhood together, I guess. Because I don't think that Lotto was set to perform before this. Hey Tony, how are you? Hey Pierre. Did I see what happened to Jenna Ortega? No. What happened to Jenna Ortega? Let me look at it. Ortega. Let's see what's popping with her. Oh, people are talking about her appearance. um, yeah, I feel like people are talking about her appearance the way that people are talking about Ariana Grande's appearance. And I try to make a note of just not discussing women's bodies because it just doesn't seem like worthy enough news. But I'm happy you brought that up, Chris. I do think it's like in relation to the Ariana Grande effect, where obviously her cheeks are more sunken in, but we have to understand that she's also still like growing into her women body. And like, no lie, when I was younger I had really chubby cheeks, and then like as I got older my cheeks literally sink in right here and stuff. Like, I'm not saying that's what's happening with Jenna Ortega, but I am saying that, you know, it could be something along the lines of that. um Jenna Ortega is the girl who played Wednesday on the popular Netflix show. You know how everybody was literally on her jock for about 3 years. Um, she's definitely getting the Ariana Grande treatment. But if Ariana Grande says that she's healthy and Jenna Ortega says she's healthy, then there's really not anything we can say. I mean, Jenna Ortega is literally growing into her full woman body, so I don't know. It could be a thing where she's just slimming down, or it could be Ozempic. And if it is Ozempic, everybody's on Ozempic, so it really doesn't make any sense that we're hyper focusing on them just because they went from skinny to skinnier. But I feel like people are like saying, "Oh, it's bad if we're seeing this as normal and stuff like that." And it's like, if somebody was to say that about overweight people, they would feel some type of way because some people are overweight. And you know, like, some people are naturally big boned, but like is anything natural or unnatural? Like, if we really think about it, y'all, like, is anything really unnatural? Like, for real. I think we might need to pack this one up. I'm kind of bored with the dialogue, quite frankly. I think that everybody kind of needs to find something safe to do. Um, yeah, that is my opinion on that. I think it's a dead topic. I think if we talk about bigger people in the same light, it would be problematic as well, which they do. Like, people do talk about big people in that light. So I'm not saying that that's not a thing. Like, that's absolutely a thing. But I don't think it's okay to talk about people who are overweight, and I don't think it's okay to talk about people who are underweight as well. Like, it just, if it's not helping, which I'm sure it's not helping, because it's like 9 times out of 10, and like a lot of people, whether they're overweight or not, deal with some type of body dysmorphia. So, like, anything that is outside of what you've ever seen someone be will look unwell. And I'm not saying that Jenna Ortega is well. I'm not vouching for her health. She could very well be a crack addict right now. Who knows? But what I am saying is that it's not news. Like, like, let's say, okay, she wanted to lose a couple pounds, so she went on Ozempic, and now she's even skinnier than she was, and she's under her body weight of what she's supposed to be. How does us analyzing that help her, though? Like, I can see how people will be like, oh, she looks unwell, because there's like a few people in the public eye where I feel like, damn, what happened to them and stuff, even though I don't write it. Um, but yeah, no, I think just let it let it go. We do not have to talk about people's weight. Because, yeah, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, we just got from talking about fat people. Like, we just got back from talking about thick people and stuff like that. Like, either we're talking about thick people or we're talking about skinny people, but like, I'm sure they're just tired of being perceived by the public altogether. I know I would be like, that's actually like actually very tiring. And food is good. Okay, moving on. So Krishan and Blueface are obviously dealing with each other again. Yeah. What does that mean for our news feeds? That's what it means for our news feeds. You have to learn to eat once and fast the rest. I feel like people who have like who fast have good like relationships with food, because it's like, you're going to eat but you're not feeling like the rush of eating, and you're practicing discipline and stuff like that. And I think it's also, fasting is a good way to lose weight as well. Where are you from? I was born in Mississippi and raised in the North. Hey Fabio, how are you? Remember, eat to live, but live to eat. But eat to live, not live to eat, period. Period. But that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy food, especially like if it's really, really good food. And like, if you're enjoying a whole charcuterie board and it's full of healthy things and stuff like that, it's like okay to indulge, is what I'm saying. But like, there's so many good things that you can indulge in that aren't like disgusting, over processed and stuff like that. So go check those things out. And like I said, we don't know what these like actors are doing. I don't know what Jenna Ortega is doing. I don't know what Ariana Grande is doing. But I know that everybody's relationship to food is different and very complicated. So I'm gonna not put my like thought process in, because I wouldn't say anything about an overweight person either. So I'm not gonna say anything about somebody who is like skinny. So um good way to lose weight. What a paradoxical statement. I mean, fasting is a good way to lose weight. It like teaches your stomach to like crave at a certain time and stuff like that. And then it shrinks your stomach because your stomach is used to getting food at certain times and periods, and then it's not getting it and stuff. That's actually the only way that I lose weight. But I'm not trying to convince anybody to lose a whole bunch of weight or gain weight. I think you should like the body that you're in and try to become the healthiest version of whatever you are. Hi, King. Like, I'm not convincing or trying to like campaign for anybody to lose weight. I think you should find whatever your healthy version is. That is it. That is all. If you eat once a day, you will not crave food. I do that sometimes, but it's like big meals. Like, I'll do one big meal a day and stuff. Hi, Christopher. And eat out once a week, Hardy. Eating out once a week is vital. Just eat 3 times a day and nothing in between. That works for a lot of people too. That doesn't work for me, but that does work for a lot of people. I'm definitely a big meal once a day type of person. Hi, James. Yeah, but like I said, everybody do what y'all want to do. Whatever works for your body and keeps your body in the shape that you want it to be. Dro Dab is on to something though. Hi, Mook. How are you? Thank you, James. What would you like to be when you grow up? Rich. And always drink water, guys. I love how we're talking about like fasting and losing weight and no one's mentioning water. Somebody said water and he ate with that. Y'all ate with that. Who eat McDonald's? Okay, guys, let's move on to the next thing. So y'all remember how Tyra Banks was suing America's Next Top Model? Well, they're kind of suing Netflix for defamation lawsuit over the America's Next Top Model documentary. If you guys remember this documentary, raise your hands. If not, okay. I drink a gallon of water a day. Okay. You said you want to be a police officer? No. Who said that? How'd that go for her? Okay, so Netflix is asking a judge to dismiss Tyra Banks' defamation lawsuit over its American Next Top Model docuseries, arguing that her complaints are about standard editing decisions, not defamation. Banks sued Netflix and director Moore Laushi and Daniel Sivan in June, claiming Reality Check Inside America's Next Top Model deceptively edited her 3-hour interview. She specifically took issues with a scene involving former contestant Shandy Sullivan, who said she was sexually assaulted during the show's second season. In the docuseries, Banks is asked whether she remembers Sullivan and appears to hesitate before the first episode ends on a cliffhanger. Banks argues producers left out her full response, which made clear she remembered Sullivan's story. Netflix says her response, "I do remember her story," was shown at the beginning of the next episode. Okay. Netflix also noted that Banks signed a waiver giving up creative control and argued that as the creator, host, and executive producer of America's Next Top Model, she is familiar with making similar editorial decisions. Netflix says it stands by its 3-part series and its directors. Banks' attorneys pushed back, arguing the case isn't about creative control, but whether the editing materially distorted the truth. He also challenged Netflix to release Banks' full 3-hour interview so viewers can judge for themselves. I would say that she does have a case. Okay, Bentley is going. Don't he be going? So I would say that Tyra does have a case, but probably with the, here's where I think she could like sue somebody. I'm not sure if it would necessarily be Netflix, but here's what I think. I think that she could sue whoever it was and who all the people who decided depended all on her. Because that Netflix documentary was literally everyone pinning everything on Tyra Banks. I'm talking about the Jays was like, oh, Tyra wanted this, Tyra wanted that. The upper executives who were really running the show, the Tyra Banks show, and called the big shots and stuff, didn't want no parts of it. Literally everyone pinned it on Tyra Banks and stuff. The one black lady who had like some type of leverage, but like there were mad people who had leverage on this show. And there were mad people behind the scenes pulling the strings of the show. But they were very, very willing to throw Tyra Banks under the bus alone. I mean, let's say that this was something that Tyra envisioned for herself. What's the excuse? Like, let's say Tyra envisioned America's Next Top Model to be what it was, which was horrific and traumatic. Why did the Jays have to play along? Why did the executive producers have to play along? Why did the people who were working with Tyra and in the competitions have to play along? Like, the only real victims are the models. So everybody else acting like Tyra committed all of these acts by herself is kind of crazy. Like, I would be suing somebody. I would be suing somebody if I was Tyra. Like, somebody would be sued if I was Tyra, because it's not mathing for me. Everybody got on that show and was like, Tyra wanted it this way. Tyra created this dynamic. Tyra did this. Tyra did that, but no one was talking about what their role was. No one was talking about what their role was. I don't get it. It's not really mathing to me, but yeah. Don't like. Okay. So one of my friends, Rasby, he posted something on social media, and he pitched an idea of a joint tour with B2K, Destiny's Child, and NSYNC. Now, I'm okay with that idea. I feel like, that's going to be a good concert anyway, but a lot of people were conflicted on whether or not it would be even feasible. That's my friend, so, and he's doing really well, and I feel like B2K is definitely going through their whole renaissance again. So it's not like they're not relevant. They're absolutely relevant. Um I'm someone who, and I tell my friend this all the time as well, that I didn't really grow up listening to B2K. Um, but I have seen him perform just recently. Recently he sent me some tickets, and I took me and a family member and a friend to the concert, and it was really, really good. It was a really, really good concert, and I felt like they actually are very, very talented. And I wasn't even listening to them when I was kids. So the fact that it was a vibe for me says a lot. But the comment section read, Beyonce not doing it. Um, Someone else wrote B2K, Day 26, and Danity Kane. Honey, let's try that. I kind of agree with that little mix. Someone else said Beyonce and Justin Timberlake on a joint tour with B2K, who lost to Pretty Ricky in a versus battle. I think not. LOL. Damn, why are we bringing Pretty Ricky into this? Um, why are we bringing Pretty Ricky into this? Someone else said Justin and Beyonce both said they bigger than the program. I do think the likelihood of Beyonce doing it is not strong, but you never know. Like, I feel like a good concert is a good concert, and people, like, unlikely duos and stuff happen all the time. Um, Someone said Beyonce ain't touring with all those people, and I'm inclined to agree. Like, it has nothing to do with talent; it has more to do with, like, when was the last time Beyonce toured with a lot of people? Like, if we think about it, Bentley is definitely fighting demons. He said Destiny Child and B2K, I don't see it on the same stage. Yeah, I don't either. Um, Beyonce doesn't give, she shares anything. So, um, I like Beyonce. She's not a single mother. Yes, that is a fact. But yeah, Beyonce was really, I mean, Thing was really fighting for his life. Bentley's so freaking loud. Um, let's wrap this hot topics session up. Megan Stallion announces new distrib- distribution partnership with Interscope that will allow her to remain independent. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Good for you, Bookie. Um, so Carisha talks, Young Miami, aka Carisha, who um is the, like, person who sings Spin That Shit. Spin That Shit. She comments on Tyla, and you know how they were, like, arguing over the Chanel theme song, and Young Miami was saying that Tyla stole her song, and Tyla was like, "No, I didn't steal it, girl, but I'm sorry you feel that way, and I think you're talented." Then Spin That hit the waves, and Carisha started getting, aka Young Miami, started getting some attention. And, she seemed like she's feeling herself on this interview because she shares that she hasn't spoken to Tyler after their online incident surrounding their Chanel themed song, but she has received support from her in the past. But the way that Young Miami said it in the interview was like, yeah, of course she liked my stuff. Of course she does. As if, like, I don't know. Young Miami, and it's like, I don't want to compare girlies and stuff like that. But this interview kind of gave, oh yeah, of course she's watching my stuff. Of course she, like, likes watching me and stuff like that. Like, oh, she stole my stuff. It gave that. And it's like, girl, ain't nobody stealing nothing from you. And you probably didn't even make that song to begin with. And no cap, Tyla is more talented, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because it's just a terrible place to go. Okay, so let's move on to all the single ladies. Who is single? Okay, so let's move on to the last thing I want to talk about. Disney did a princess link up with Anika, Noni Rose, Brandy, Halle Bailey, among the other princesses. There was like the Little Mermaid, like old school Little Mermaid. There too, there was like Mulan, the woman who played Mulan, literally pretty much everyone, including like Moana's, both of the Moanas, I think. Um, so yeah, it was very, very beautiful. Everybody was dressed really nine to the nines, and I think that they were performing and singing as well. Yeah, they were, and it was really, really pretty. Actually, I remember it. It was actually very, very great. I don't think I knew that Disney was having their like anniversary thing. I didn't know that Disney was doing an ultimate princess celebration concert. That's all new to me, but it was very, very pleasant to see. I love to see Brandy play Cinderella, so yeah. Okay, thank you, Chris. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching my live. I'll be back tomorrow. I am, what can I say? I have a collaboration to do tonight, so that's why it's ending early. But y'all don't really care anyway. Y'all wasn't too caring about the hot topics. I will be back tomorrow, per usual. You are late, but don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow. Watch my lives. Also, I'm posting videos soon, so stay tuned for that.